We're actually live a minute early today. That's something different. And when I say a minute, I mean probably about 10 seconds. But hey, I'm early. So, that's actually somewhat new. I'm rarely early. I'm usually like 5 minutes late. Sort of a tradition almost. But I actually made it on time today. Alright, just got to put it on the Discord so then we can begin. We're at 1312 subs. I didn't realize we gained that much today. I believe that's like 4. What's up, Mr. Bill Meyer? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Alright, just got to put it in the Discords and then we are good to go. Get to start watching some football. Almost ready, everyone. Almost there. Alright, let's see who's in the stream so far. What's up, Perry H7? Welcome to the stream. Would I get Sonny Gray or Tanner Rourke? What do you mean? Would I trade for them in Diamondbacks? Is that what you're saying? Which, funny enough, in today's Diamondbacks episode that I'm going to be uploading, we actually played against Tanner Rourke, which is funny that you bring that up. Or are you saying which one would I choose? Because I'd have to look at stats. I mean, I'd say Sonny Gray's definitely have a better career. But he's also sort of been a mess right now the past year or so, so I don't know. If that's what you mean. Alright, so I have to make a few trades that happened today. I haven't had time to do them yet. Which one would I choose? It really depends on whoever has the lower ERA for me. Gray's have a better career, but he's sort of been struggling lately. Tanner Rourke, I think, was pretty solid last year in Washington, so if I had to guess who's doing better, it's probably Tanner Rourke. So that's probably the one I'd go with. Alright, so I know the trade that I have to do is with the Patriots and Panthers. Total finesse. Panthers easily win this trade by a landslide, but let's see if you guys agree. So, DeMarco Blackmon is headed to Carolina, along with a second rounder for Devondre Campbell, which I don't get that deal for New England whatsoever. I don't know why they would do this. I wouldn't even trade DeMarco Blackmon for Devondre Campbell straight up. I don't even know if I'd do Blackmon for Campbell and a second. I mean, Campbell's a little bit better now, but do you have normal? Yeah, this is an awful deal for the Patriots. I assume he probably wants me to move him to left or right. I don't know if he does. I'm just going to assume he does because I'd assume he wants both him and Devin Bush starting. And then I know I have to change a couple schemes as well. I think that was the only trade. Yeah, that's the only trade. And then for schemes, I have to do just for Broncos. Just Mr. Lance. And then we're officially ready to start after that. Get to watch some, of course it did save. Get to watch some OFL football. Panthers, Lions, then Rams and Bills. I forget who I picked and pick them for both of those games. I feel like I picked for Rams. I feel good about that. Even though the Bills are undefeated, they're still a giant question mark. And then Packers, Lions. Packers have the better team on paper, but Detroit's on a 3-game win streak, and the Packers are starting to look a little bit shaky after a hot start. Sort of like last year. The Packers started off really well, And now we're looking shaky. Defensive scheme is best fit. 85%. I guess I get to choose for him. Just basing off this, I would assume he'd rather 4-3. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I like 4-3 better, so if he wants to change it, that's fine. Titans, and then Panthers. CAR. Alright, now we're ready to go. So, I have not been able to check the chat for a minute. I have to look for trades. What's up, AP, Worldly Apple, and RNP? Welcome everyone to the stream. Wentz does choke in prime time, I'll admit, but so did Eric Dungy. So, did I do the Panthers-Patriots trade? I just did it. That's a total finesse. I probably wouldn't even trade DeMarco Blackmon for Campbell and a second-round pick, so that's a highway robbery. I don't think that's worthy of being vetoed or not. It's not like that catastrophic, but it's definitely a pretty bad deal for the Patriots. Alright, since we're on the Packers, I guess we'll user them. Since all these games have been really close lately, the users really don't matter. But that is a highway robbery. Alright, let's get this on the road. So, this could be the last time we ever see Jared Goff in a Lions jersey. He may be traded. But at the same time, I think it's actually the first time we've seen him in a Lions jersey. I don't think we've watched the Lions game with Jared Goff. So, technically speaking, this is the first time we're watching him. And I'm sure AP's not too mad that the Jared Goff part of the trade didn't work out. Because Eric Dungy has been beasting and feasting. Give DeMarco 2 years, he'll be better. He'll probably be better by the end of the year on this pace. Want the Packers to win? I guess it would probably benefit us if Green Bay won, since the Lions are a little bit better right now. Oh, the Packers? I forgot that they tied. I kept thinking the Packers were 2-2. Well, I guess there's not too big of a difference. I feel like the Packers are a bigger threat long term, though. So, for our sake, I'm probably rooting for the Lions. I don't think they're going to go crazy for him in the playoffs. I think the Packers have more potential. But at the same time, as a Lions fan and Packers hater in real life, it's going to be hard not to root for the Lions. Dungy played 7 snaps. Yeah, but he sucked in those 7 snaps. That doesn't really say much. That's the only reason why he's not my OFL MVP at this point. For weeks 2 to 4, Dungy's my league MVP. But if I had to choose right now, even though he's also only played 3 games, I'd say Ryan Tannehill, because his team had a bye week, and the Ravens were the worst team in the league last year, and this year they're 2-1. But no disrespect to Dungy, I mean, he has been incredible. I thought our defense just got flat out torched, but he's torching everyone. The Chiefs made the OFL Bowl last year, for crying out loud, only because you picked him. What's up, Nick? Okay, I'm probably just going to be rooting for who I picked. That's probably a good idea. But then again, I probably would rather Buffalo win, and I'm pretty sure I picked the Rams. Here's Baker Mayfield. He's been pretty good this year. I know that makes Nick happy. I picked the Lions, so go Lions. I have a gut feeling the Packers are going to win this game now, but oh well. Drew Lock for LVP. Hey, Ox, sorry you're late. You have not missed anything, so no worries. This is actually the first play of the game other than the kickoff, so you've missed nothing important. As it'll be a handoff for Kamara. Okay. That's a start. Brandon Graham could have been a Falcon if it weren't for the first vetoed trade in OFL history, forcing the loss of 2. Kamara just got absolutely pounded on that play, as I think he's going to feel that for the rest of the day. Nasty hit. Graham just goes to point at him. That is not friendly, kids. Not friendly at all. Next play, back fake handoff for Kamara. Baker Mayfield rolling out. He has Hollywood Brown, the Sooner connection. I just realized we watched the Packers 3 times this year. I kept forgetting we watched them against Carolina. I mean, that's fine. This is a fun team. All y'all guys picked the Rams, probably right. All y'all guys picked the Rams. Yeah, y'all probably right. Okay, I had to do the Texan accent. My best accent is either my Australian or my Boston accent. I don't know which one's better. Probably my Boston one, just because I feel like it's funnier. Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. And then it's Perry H7's birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to you as well. And of course, it was just AP's birthday the other day. So a lot of birthdays in the OFL. I have to wait a good 3 months. Actually, yeah, 3 months on the dot. Would you look at that? It's my 3/4 birthday. That's close enough. Which also happens to be RMP's return. I'm very excited to see his return. Very curious. See how it goes. So, a lot of birthdays / quarter birthdays today. You still need to get the vid ready. I mean, you have a whole pretty much 24 hours, so. I mean, I'm desperate. My birthday's not for a while, and when it does come, school could be starting, which of course sucks. I know y'all are probably out. I wish I could say the same. I have another week and a half left. Go to old RFL. Who doesn't like the RFL, right? Do a British accent. Hello, chaps. I'm a Brit now. Baker Mayfield over to Hollywood Brown. He gains about 12. Alright, chaps. That was, I don't think that was totally awful. That wasn't great, but it's not terrible. But my Australian accent and definitely my Boston accent are better. Saying Boston Red Sox in a Boston accent is probably the funnest thing you can do. It really is. There's Samuel for 8. Baker Mayfield 4 for 4 as the Packers are driving down the field like it's nothing. There's Curtis Samuel. I know he has a face scan, but yet Earl Thomas doesn't. Among other very good players, Kerryon Johnson doesn't. Fix your game, EA. Kerryon better have a face scan for Madden 20. There's Willie Snead to the 1. Packers getting awfully close. I can't imagine Ian is too thrilled. Pre-recorded a bunch but didn't edit. That's fun. Not that I dislike editing, but like recording a lot and then editing all at once. Like, it's a little bit burning out, but it burns out a little, but usually I don't dislike editing. Ahoy, mate, is there some football on the telly today? What accent is that? Just, like, pirate accent? You're just gonna make me do accents now? Oh, dear. And I think the Packers are saying, oh, dear, after that play. Saquon loses 2. The big fellow with the tackle. Big boy. He's not fat, he's thick. With 69 Cs. What are your cornerbacks on? Probably wheat. Because they're too high to cover. Do a southern accent? Oh dear, I'm not good at southern accents. How do I do this? How come 2019 rookies have real faces? That is because I think they got face scanned at like the combine. I remember watching something during the draft that had like Quentin Williams and Josh Allen's face. As Kamara, nice run. EA needs to fix their game. What did y'all think of the gameplay yesterday? I didn't really get to watch too much. I do plan on pre-ordering it very soon. I think it comes out on the 31st. I know the main edition comes out on the 2nd, but I just found out, or at least I think I found out, that I could pre-order it for the 31st. Sorry, you're late, you're shopping, no problem. We've not watched your game yet. You guys have a prime time slot. Madden 20 gameplay looks smooth. I mean, I hope it is. I'm not the person who gets picky over gameplay. I've never really hated gameplay. So I guess that's good. I guess it's good that I can enjoy the game. I've noticed some glitches here and there. Of course, last OFL episode, we saw Cam Britton defy gravity. We saw him throw it backwards, but it went forwards. And then I remember this annoying glitch where running backs, whenever they were tackled, gained an extra like 3 yards in the process, which made A.J. Dillon super OP. But other than that, Madden gameplay is really fine for me. I don't hate anything. If you're not buying, I don't blame you. From what I could see, the franchise menus look somewhat similar, which I guess sort of stinks. I'm excited about Face of a Franchise, though. I'm definitely going to be doing that. As here's a look at the face of a Lions franchise, at least for now. Jared Goff, not a great season from him. Likely on his way out pretty shortly. I wonder who the new quarterback would be if Goff is gone. You could just go with the crappy quarterback approach. Les Lunt, Brad Kaya, they've both had success. Madden 20 is a new scoreboard? Yes, it does. I think the scoreboard looks really nice. I'm happy they changed it. As the first play of scrimmage for the Lions is intercepted by Marcus Peters. What a start for Green Bay. They drive down the field, score a touchdown, and then Jared Goff throws an INT as his time in Detroit went even lower after that play. And this has been all Colin Mentor and the Packers so far in this one. Indians tied the game. You're not rooting for them to tank? Even though the Twins are far better? By the way, if you don't think you're keeping Lindor, I mean, we'll take them. Other than Casey Mize, you can just have your pick. Can't spell intercepted without the D, you know it. Ready for sim? We're only in the first quarter. We can't sim yet. I know it's ugly, but we've seen comebacks before. It's only 7-0. Lions start the second half off with the ball. X factors are literally player manipulation. I'm not huge on the depth traits. Holy cow, Colton Grundle. Oh dear, what was that? Is that Odell Beckham? I see you, Walty. But, yeah, I'm not huge on the depth traits this year. I think the current system's really nice with normal, quick, star, and superstar. I'm not opposed to superstar X Factor, but I'm opposed to them taking normal out because normal NFL players only stay in the league like 3 years. So, I think they should roll out with maybe those 5 depth traits, and then superstar X Factor can be even more rare. Madden can screw the Packers again. Hopefully. Your draft sucked? You don't like Adley Rushman? That guy seemed like a beast. He got intentionally walked with the bases loaded. How is that guy not unstoppable as Hollywood Brown almost in the end zone? I mean, that alone tells you that that kid's going to be a stud. And then I don't know any of their other picks. I don't really follow the baseball draft. But from what I know about our pick, Riley Green, I really like it because he's the best hitter in high school. Two phrases I like there. Best hitter and high school. He has more upside because he's not a collegiate player. He's younger and best hitter. That's pretty self-explanatory. The only problem with Casey Mize is he's already like 22. But other than that, he's a freaking legend. As Mayfield, easy touchdown. But he was not in bounds. Yeah, he definitely only had 1 foot in. This isn't college football. Gonna see Dallas Keuchel pitch tomorrow. Nice. Will this be his Braves debut? Didn't draft a pitcher until the 8th round? Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief. Yeah, your guys' rotation is yuck. Here's a look at the Lions' defense. Of course, headlined by Darius Slay. Come to training camp, bum. Just kidding, Slay. Pay the man his money, Lions. Pay him in snacks. Not too much. I don't want to give him 5-year deals, but still pay him. As Kelsey gets the touchdown, and AP's statement does not look too awful right now of simming. Will I be doing a Dallas Keuchel and Craig Kimbrell rebuild? Probably not. But I know the Cubs did get a vote, so maybe I'll look to do them next. I know the Cardinals got a vote. RMP wants to see the Cardinals, of course. And then 2 other teams. I definitely want to do MLB rebuilds more consistently. I have a ton of fun recording them. Rome debut? Is he starting in AAA or AA? Or I guess that makes sense. Freaking give him $3 billion like Xavier Howard. I mean, Xavier Howard is coming off a rookie deal. Slay isn't. Howard's younger, which is why that makes more sense. Do a Keuchel one? I mean, if I do a Keuchel one, that's basically just doing a Braves one. You took Daniel Espino. I mean, that's a pretty cool name, so I guess that's good. Then, about the visuals that you most care about is the scoreboard. I mean, there's probably not going to be much different with the visuals, so I guess that would make sense. As rough start for Jared Goff, 0 for 1 with a pick. He's out here feasting, ladies and gentlemen. Coke for Phil. What's up, Bliss? Welcome to the stream. As Jared Goff does not throw an interception this time. Okay, progress. He gets it to Alshon Jeffrey for a gain of 14. You hate the Cubs, and I hate the Packers. It's hard to look at GB14 DET0. It's hard to look at, but it's the OFL, so it's okay. It's not real life. MLB rebuilds are easy. They seem hard, but they're really easy. If you watch my rebuilds, you know that the teams I build are OP. It's just, I don't know, like the Blue Jays rebuild, I didn't get past the first round because MLB Sim is, like all these other Sims, not very good. Jared Goff is definitely going to throw a pick. I agree. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. As Duke Johnson doesn't want to be a Brown. I mean, I think we should maybe pick him up for like a 5th. Have him as our receiving running back. I mean, Theoretic's not awful, but he's not, like, particularly good. C.J. Anderson is the power back, and then, I mean, we don't really need those two. Kerryon's like a do-it-all, unstoppable running back. He is unstoppable. You heard it here first. So, no, we don't need Duke Johnson, actually. If we had someone else at running back, then maybe we would. Yeah, I agree. MLB rebuilds are really fun. I didn't realize they would be as fun and easy, but they are. I can pretty much trade for whoever I want. Not in year 1 with like the Marlins, but after that, I can trade for whoever I want. And that is just a matter of if MLB Sim likes me or not, which I think is probably the most interesting part. Can MLB Sim not screw me? So it's not always do we win the championship. As nice play by Duke for the first down to the 40. Battle in the first quarter. It is all Green Bay. 14-0 is our score. But, I mean, the Lions just converted on 3rd down. That's progress. Wonder what you're going to do with Duke. I'd be surprised if you don't trade him. I mean, you guys got Nick Chubb. I think you should probably keep him until the trade deadline, even though he's going to be disgruntled. Because you're not going to have Kareem Hunt until after the trade deadline, so... Or maybe try to get some other change of pace back. Kerryon is my dad, yes. Kerryon is a legend. By the way, in the OFL, we just signed Kerryon to a 7-year extension. Figured I'd point that out. We may look to make his contract better by the 7th year, wink wink. His first play of the quarter is to Jake Buttocks. 3 for 4, 34 yards, Illuminati confirmed. Casey Mize is easy to trade for, so is Vlad. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, Vlad is, like, so OP in the new roster as... Nice play by Butt to keep the football. But Vlad's like an 85. Like, Vlad's going to be a great player, but an 85 now? I don't know about. And then Casey Mize. I mean, he's just the GOAT. He's my baseball dad. He's my favorite baseball player, and he's not even on the Tigers, technically. Other than Miggy. I can't disrespect Miggy. Miggy's the man. Vlad is so good, I assume, in the show, because he's not so good in the MLB yet. He's definitely improving, and he's going to be a great player, I think. But, at least right now, he has some work to do. But he's only 19, as most 19-year-olds are not perfect. Now it's 3rd down. Can the Lions score a touchdown here, get back in this game? I think even if they don't get it here, I feel like they should go for it. I know that seems weird, but they are really falling apart here. Okay. Well, they won't have the opportunity to go for it. Nick and I were right. Jared Goff throws an interception. Caught by Shaquille Griffin. What a surprise. I know we're all inside, not shocked at all. And the Packers get it back. If they score a touchdown this drive, we're simming. The Lions are not coming back from 21. Your dad used to work with Miguel Cabrera. He helped fund Miguel's nonprofit organization. That's sick. That's really neat. And you know what else is really neat? That 4-yard run from Alvin Kamara. But for real, that is pretty cool. You were definitely right. You have to predict the future on this drive. Do the Packers score, yes or no? I'm going to say yes. Sort of because I want to get onto a better game. As Marquise Brown has it. Brown's fast. Brown will be brought down at the 30. Looks like the Packers are scoring. You do a ski tournament. You went around a 4-ball and you're on the back of the ski and the handle hits your knee and now it's swollen. Next round, you got the same as the round you hurt your knee. That is quite impressive. That's like Phillip Rivers stuff out there. Just Phillip Rivers' knee wasn't swollen. Jared Goff is dookie. Let's lose to the Jets. I have a feeling you are going to win that game. The Jets are sort of a mess. In the OFL, they're not doing too hot. Then obviously in real life, you're about to make a trade. If it involves Jared Goff, I don't blame you. I have a feeling it's probably to the Jets. And note, since Jared Goff's already played Week 5, he will not be on the Jets Week 5 if that's the team. You just want to see the Jets in the playoffs? If your team's in the playoffs in the LFL, it's a ton of fun. It was very fun simulating that Falcons game. I was worried if we were going to win, and then 35-0, yeet! There is now a penalty flag on the play. And it's going to be a face mask on the defense. This is getting ugly and uglier by second. Morgan Burnett. Could be. Just force loss all of your games. I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life, Chief. But yet, I'd expect to see Jared Goff in a Jets jersey. And then, I would not be surprised if Matthew Stafford is in that deal. Stafford back to the Lions. You just want to see the Panthers in the playoffs. I mean, the Bucks are 3-1. And then you got the Falcons and the Saints. So it's not looking good. But it could happen. You don't know that feeling? No, you do not. You've been close. You did last year. We all know how that went. I assume you guys probably lost in the first round. But you all got West Lunt. I'd expect the Panthers to eventually win a ring in the OFL. West Lunt's all you need. You need 6 wins to make the playoffs at 10-6. But the OAFC is stacked. Yes, but the OAFC East is not too stacked. I mean, the Dolphins are doing good this year. It looks like a 2-team race. Unless New England or the Jets can get back in it. Maybe Jared Goff is what the Jets need. I mean, Stafford has not been great at all. I assume 10-6 would probably get you there. It really depends on how the Dolphins do. And even so, 10 wins can easily get you a wild card. But I definitely think the NFC is better. The OAFC East is pretty good. There are 2 legit teams in there. The OAFC West is a giant question mark. And then so is the South. I mean, in the South, you got 2 legit contenders at this point in the Jaguars and maybe the Colts. And then the Titans are 2-2. Don't sleep on them either as Marquise Brown scores the touchdown. Do we want to sim, ladies and gentlemen, yes or no? The OAFC East was so bad last year. The Patriots made it like 8-8. I think the Bills were second. I think every team was within like 2 games of each other, so that made it fun. Pretty sure the Jets won't be in the deal. Okay. So it's not Jared Goff who is being traded to the Jets. As, do we want to sim, yes or no? I have a gut feeling that the Lions are not going to come back. And if they do, then we can go back to watching. I know we're only in the first half, but this game is really ugly. With sim at 21-0. Alrighty. I may have to change the sliders around if the sliders do affect the sim, which I would be shocked if it doesn't. Alright, Lions score, but we're gonna keep simming. It's a 3-possession game. Are we gonna move to Madden 20? I'm definitely not moving the rosters, so either we'll stick on here or we'll start a new OFL. I'm gonna have a vote. I have a feeling which one's gonna win. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll probably have that pull up sooner than later. Alright, so it's a 10-point game. We're going to keep simming. If the Lions score, making it a 1-possession game, we'll watch. Oh, Packers turn it over. Looks like we might be watching again. 4th and 8, field goal. Okay. Do we continue to sim, yes or no? 24-17. The Packers do get the ball. Want to start with a new OFO so you can play with the rookies? We are actually downloading the 2020 class for this year, so you'll still get to have guys like Tua. Until 1 possession. I mean, it is 1 possession, technically. So what do we want to do here? Do we want to go back to watching or sim a little bit more? 1 vote for don't sim, 2 votes for don't sim. Packers do get the football, remember. We have 2 votes for don't sim, 3 votes for don't sim. How many likes we got, by the way? 5, that's not too bad. Alright, everyone wants to watch, we'll watch. So it looks like we made a mistake by simulating, but oh well. What's up, Alex? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is an overwhelming watch. For sure. I don't think anyone is saying simulate, because this looks like a decent game now. How far do we simulate? Like a quarter and a half, basically? That's not too bad. What's up, Ethan? Welcome to the stream. Okay, we don't need to see highlights of stuff we ever watched or didn't watch. AP wants to sim. He's the only one. So, since he's the only one, we're going to watch. If the Packers score here, maybe we do sim. We'll see. If Baker Mayfield is sacked to start the drive by Raekwon McMillan, the beast in the Dolphins series, Defensive Player of the Year favorite. You're lagging, so if you stay stuff late, I know why. Alrighty. If the Packers score a touchdown sim, that's probably what we're going to do, because it'll be a two-possession game. And if the Packers don't score a touchdown, we'll watch, and if they score a field goal, we'll probably have another vote. As Kamara is pounded. That'll make it 3rd down and 13. Can the Lions get a stop? Are the Lions just not good when we watch them? I guess. I know the Packers seem to be really good when we watch them, even though they did tie Carolina. Isn't Raekwon a 99, or are you thinking of someone else? Raekwon's only like an 87. I think Tua might be a 99 with confidence. Minka's like a 97. Maybe that's who you were thinking of. But Raekwon's playing like a 99. That man's been beasting. You have to watch do. Top-notch grammar. So the Packers did convert. As Baker Mayfield running into the defender, he will be sacked. That's Aaron Lynch. You have to watch the dog. Okie dokie. Tell your dog I say woof woof. Now it's 2nd and 18 after the sack, as Packers really starting to choke this game away. They're still up. They still have the football. They're still probably going to win, but there's a chance they don't. Mayfield, short pass for AK-41. And he gets the first down and more. Kamara brought down to the 47. Big play for Green Bay. As they're getting closer and closer to that end zone, and closer to becoming 3-1-1. 2K19 is $3 on the PS Store. Huh. Isn't that something? Who thinks the Lions are making the playoffs in the OFL? I don't think this team is talented enough to do so. At first I thought you were asking about real life, because there is a chance I might pick us for the playoffs in my NFL predictions. I know the comments section is not going to be great. As usual with the NFL predictions I make every year. But that's a tough division. That's a 4-team division. Any of those teams can win it. We're the underdogs, but I still think we definitely have a chance. I mean, we had one of the busiest off seasons in the NFL. The Bears got worse. The Packers, they had a busy off season too, I'll give them that. But they have a toxic leader. And then the Vikings are a giant question mark, I feel. They could do really well, they could do really bad. Dolphins going to win Super Bowl. Fitzpatrick MVP. Which Fitzpatrick? You're getting 2K19 when you get home, so maybe RMP early return. Ooh. Interesting. But when you say Fitzpatrick MVP, we have to specify it so Packers don't convert. 4th and 12. Can the Lions come drive down the field and tie this game up? Fitzmagic? I mean, I call Minka Fitzpatrick Minka Fitzmagic sometimes. But I assume you mean the better one? The one that's going to start over Josh Rosen? But I'd be shocked if they don't start Josh Rosen. I mean, he's not a rookie. And I assume he has a pretty short leash. I know if they're tempted to draft someone like Tua next year. So I have a feeling they're going to start him. It doesn't really hurt. As intercepted by Shaquille Griffin. Jared Goff just loves to throw picks. I think that's your game, ladies and gentlemen. Minka will win Defensive Player of the Year if Fitz wins MVP. Ryan is dominating at minicamp. Someone who probably isn't dominating is Jared Goff, the way he's playing. I think that's game. Shaquille Griffin with his 2nd INT of the day. What an awful performance for Jared Goof. the first OFL MVP, and he does not look like he's ever won an MVP. Wow. Do we simulate now? Yes or no? We got to look at Goff's stats. How many picks has he thrown? 3. So only the 3 that we saw. I think we should sim. This game is pretty much over. If the Lions come back, they come back. This is why you traded him. It looks like a darn good trade for you right now. Alright, everyone wants to sim. I agree. Alright, Lions are driving. We're not going to watch the Packers chew the clock. We'll watch if the Lions are down by only 1 possession and have the football. 3rd and 6. First down. Next play. Almost a first down. 2nd and 3. Knocked away. 3rd and 3. Touchdown for little Jordan Humphrey. It's a 1-possession game with... Whoa, it's blocked! Justin Tucker misses the kick. 8-point game. Onside kick is recovered by the Packers. So if they get stopped, we'll watch the game. Negative 2-yard run. 2nd and 12. Negative 2-yard run. 3rd down. Negative 2-yard run. We're watching. 25 seconds left. Lions are out of timeouts. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We're watching for sure. They need 80 yards here. Will they do it? You're going to be right back. Okie dokie. Can the Lions make a miracle, or will Jared Goff throw another pick? I guess it'll be that one. Jared Goff with his 4th interception of the day. This one by Jackson. So, that's a cherry on top right there indeed. 4 turnovers, and this game is over. Jared Goff throws 4 picks, and the Green Bay Packers survive. You just traded Goff. I don't blame you. Whoever picks him up probably did not watch this stream. Let's see who got him. Oh, it's not an approved trades yet. Okay. But where is Jared Goff going? He deserves to go to the dumpster. That's where he should be going. Jared Oof. Yes, so we have to call him Jared Oof now. Baker Mayfield, solid game. Very nice completion percentage. Jared Oof was just flat out awful. Running the ball. No one really played too well. Not awful from Duke Johnson. Receiving, Hollywood Brown with a good game. Colton Grundle made that incredible catch. That might be one of the greatest plays we've seen in the OFL. Of course, that big Vlad D safety ranks up there. Touchdown for Kelsey as well as a little Jordan. You'll take him so you can tank. That's probably smart. Horseshack allowed a sack. Not Horseshack. You have a catchphrase for the Bills. We don't suck like Jared Oof does. Goof to Denver. I would just like to make an apology for Lance because... Okay, I definitely know how I'm going to grade this trade. First this year, Jameis Winston and $13 million. Alright. I've noticed that the Lions are not great traders, but they definitely easily won this deal. I may have to veto that trade just because it's so bad. Top-notch press release right there. You got a first, Trent Brown and Jared Goof for that mess. Poor Lance indeed. We may honestly have to veto that trade. We're not going to make the trade this week since Jared Oof, already played. Probably gonna have a ton of upgrades. Or not. Alright, and now on to the good game. Rams and Bills. Because it's that new era for the Bills. That's good. Alright, who are we using? I'll let Siri choose. The Bills are 1, because I think they're on the road. And the Rams are 2. Siri, pick a number between 1 and 2.
It's 2.
Alright, we're going to use it for Rams. I wouldn't say you've fallen off quite yet. I mean, 2-2 is not an ideal start for you guys, but I mean, you lost to two pretty talented teams in the Seahawks and Niners. So, Rams and Bills, will the last team in the OFL remain undefeated, or will the defending champs go over 500? What are the Rams wearing in this one? Does everyone want to see these jerseys or something different? Note, the Packers were the user team, but hopefully that doesn't affect anything. But the Bills have the right to be scared. I mean, that 73 might be the lowest rated team in the OFL. That's funny. But yet they're 4-0. That's Madden in a nutshell. I don't know how they're 4-0. I guess Carson Wentz is playing really well, but of course last time we saw Carson Wentz on stream against the Rams, it didn't really go too well. You hate this game? I don't blame you. We are a 95 overall and we have one win. So, yeah, there you go. I think we're a 95. We should be at least a 95 with our talent. Hey, look who it is, Nick. It's Jack Jackson, who's had an incredible season up to this point, might I add. Big time routing for the Rams. I mean, Buffalo's 4-0. They've been slept on so far this year, but they are the only team in the OFL who's not lost a game. All of us have lost a game. They haven't. And you're like an 87 at 1-2-1. There you go. Going to have to do it, but we have to finalize before the stream. What do you mean? What is your overall? We can check after the game. I'd say 87 probably sounds about right. As the Bills and the Rams, this should be a very exciting game. I would not be surprised. I think it's either going to be a close Bills win or a Rams blowout. If the Rams blow them out, that'll mean the Bills just got lucky and this Rams team is for real. But if the Bills at least make this game close, then they'll be a legit team. Even if they lose, if they make it close, then they're a legit threat this year. But if they get crushed, I mean, they'll still be 4-1, but they'll be a fluky 4-1 that'll probably turn into 8-8. You're the only team that's winless. Let's keep it that way. You're not liking how this is going? I mean, I guess you guys can set the tone now on offense. I was about to say on the bright side, you start the second half off with football, but you don't, so. But that's just my personal preference. I like to start the ball off in the second half and kick off in the first half. And the Bills will start at the 21. Here comes out Carson Wentz. Played for Rams 4 weeks ago in this stadium on stream. Didn't really work out, but maybe it'll work out today. He's been incredible for the Bills somehow. Rams win 3,000-100. That means the Rams defense must have sucked. We should restart with Madden 20 because now there's more consistency and there'll be more coaches to start. That is true, but at the same time, if we do restart with Madden 20, this is probably the last year with these rosters. And as far as I know, I don't think most coaches will be happy with that, but if everyone wants to start on Madden 20, then that's what we'll do. Whatever the majority wants is that's a good start for the Rams. Wentz is incomplete. You call Patrick Mahomes? We ain't calling players here, Chief. If we do start on Madden 20, I'll have to vote if we're going to do a fantasy draft or not. But once again, I'd be a little surprised if that won. I'll probably make the poll tonight. Kind of curious to see who wins, but at the same time, I sort of have a good idea. Mahomes is... I don't think he'll be a 79 in Madden 20, though. It might be... Those two numbers might be flipped around. That's what we were going to do before the stream. I don't think the vote will be finalized, like, today. I assume some people will still have to vote tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, you guys definitely do need a good start in this game. If the Rams start off hot early, it could be ugly. Of course, the Packers started off hot, and while they sort of struggled down the stretch, they won because of their hot start. So let's see if you guys can go the same way. You're on board for transferring to Madden 20. Is that because your roster sucks? Oof. No, just kidding. Think you're going to keep Carlos Hyde? I haven't really paid attention to how he's doing. I guess if he's doing good, then go for it. It's Wentz incomplete again. But yeah, I'll probably set up a poll about Madden 20 after the stream. As the Rams' ferocious defense. OFL Bowl MVP Joey Bosa. OFL Defensive Player of the Year Reuben Foster. And in the secondary, that's pretty friggin' scary. That rhymed. I didn't even mean for that to rhyme. I'm such a legend. I am such a legend. I'm cooler than I thought I was. Second down, Wentz to Hyde. Carlos Hyde breaks the tackle. Solid run of 7. Very respectable. You'll do it now? Alright, that's fine. I don't really have a preference. I mean, I do love my Saints team, but I'll still finesse some teams in Madden 20. There are some Falcons fans at this game. I assume, who are you rooting for? Because you probably don't like Carson Wentz, but at the same time, a Bills win would probably help you. Because the Bills aren't going to affect if you make the playoffs, where the Rams are. Chance have started. Wentz sucks. I mean, it would benefit you guys if the Bills won. Just saying. Because if the Rams win and y'all lose, then you'll both be 3-2. As ASJ, nice play. As the Bills are moving the ball down the field. If I was a Bills fan, I would be somewhat encouraged. What is that hairline? Dear goodness. That is disgusting. Got the locks? How do you not know if you're cool? That's true, that's true. That's a fair point. As long as you got the locks, you're set. As long as you got the golden locks, that's all you need in life. There's, of course, the first game we watched. Packers now lead the NFC North. Good for Colin and them, trying to win the division for a second straight year. Maybe a third straight year. I don't know if they made the playoffs year 1 is. ASJ, 2 yards, 2 yards. 2 yards, mate. Big third down and 2 here. Are the Bills in field goal range, chat? Yes or no? Y'all think they can make it from here? I don't know who the Bills kicker is. I would probably say yes if they don't get it. Did he get it? It looked like he got it. And they're going to say he did get it. Dimmel, the fullback, with a gain of 2. Nice little play right there. And the chains will move again. Not a bad start for Carson Wentz. Already 4 completions. I don't think he had 4 at all in week 1. As nice pass for an open man. That's Ryan Grant, bringing it to the 10. I mean, how does Wentz sunk if he's been carrying this 73 overall team? You got to admit, I think Carson Wentz is probably in the top 10 for OFL MVP right now. But the only reason why he wouldn't be was because he was awful week 1. I would put Dungy higher than Wentz this year so far, I'll admit. Dungy's probably been a little bit better because Dungy wasn't awful the whole week 1. And also, Wentz does not suck considering he got a $130 million extension, technically speaking. Your defense sucks, but you like your offense a lot. I mean, you basically gave away your whole defense. Hashtag just saying. Cardinals fans are here for some reason. Probably because they don't want to watch their team's game. They actually want to watch something interesting. That could be why. Alright, let's see how the poll is going. Has anyone voted? 1 vote, I assume RMP, to go to Madden 20. No, that's Ian who voted for Madden 20. Okay. Imagine if Madden 20 actually wins. I would be shocked. I would honestly be shocked. Because I assume most coaches are happy with their team. Lock for LVP. Lock for LVP. I mean, are you guys going to look at quarterback this whole season? Just out of curiosity. Considering Locke has been just awful for you. 3rd down and 11 after a false start penalty. Now you don't want 6 yards, you want 11. Basically a touchdown. Now 3 for Madden 20. If that's not RMP who's the 3rd, then Madden 20 actually has a legit chance. As Hyde breaks the tackle, spin move! Carlos Hyde! Did he get it? That's awfully close. They're going to say no. 4th and inches. Do you go for it here, yes or no? Personally, I take the points. Lund is easily the MVP. Easily. C punt is your vote for 20? What is C punt? What do you mean? 1 for Madden 19? Technically 2. As the Bills do go for the field goal. I think that's the right move. Play it safe. Wentz went to the Goff We may have to veto that golf trade simply because the Lions are absolutely robbing them. Just based off the way golf played on the stream, the Lions sort of robbed them. And I guess Jameis Winston is now the newest quarterback for the Lions, unless Ian says otherwise. 4-5, Madden 19 takes the lead now. Interesting. Here's Lamar Jackson. He has not had a great start to the year, I'll admit. I mean, 3 interceptions isn't awful. So your golf trade gets vetoed. Any trade with Jared Goff gets vetoed because the Lions are finessing them no matter what. 6-4, 19, you don't care. I don't really care either. I'll finesse in Madden 20 anyway. So that's not really much of a difference. We might have Ryan Finley start. That's interesting. As Jackson hit as he froze. Brown drops it. I thought that was about to be picked off. They're lucky A.J. Brown just dropped it and no other harm done. As the Rams offense, the OFL winning offense last year. I mean, most of them. Obviously, there's a few small changes, but for the most part, you care. AP votes for Madden 20. That honestly surprises me a little bit. I thought AP would stick with 19. Interesting. This vote could be closer than I thought it was. You thought he was wide open? That's a tough play to digest, I'll say that. 3rd and 3. Can the Bills get a stop? That will be big. Getting a 3 and out defensively. Will it happen? No, it won't. Jamison Crowder gets the necessary 8 yards. You thought no one would vote for Madden 20? I didn't think anyone would vote for Madden 20 ever, or maybe a couple votes, but Madden 20 is a legit shot to win the vote. Vote we use real rosters? I mean, what do you mean by real rosters? Like no fantasy draft? Is that what you're saying? Because if it is Madden 20, we will have a vote for that. Fantasy draft, no fantasy draft, 20 years in the future even. Relocation, we'll have a big vote for that if Madden 20 wins. What up, Husker? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. AP continuing his Wentz chant. As Melvin Gordon fake handoff, Lamar Jackson scrambling. He is pounded in the backfield by DJ Reader, who we had back in Season 1. But then we upgraded. Aaron Donald and Quinnen Williams now. That's a little bit better than DJ Reader. Sorry, Chief. No fantasy draft, that's more fun, so you can rebuild a bad team. Yeah, that's true, but you can still draft, like, a bunch of young guys, and then you'll probably suck early on. Hint, hint, that's probably what I will do, knowing me. No one over 30. First quarter in the books, and it actually looks like we have a somewhat decent game. Bills lead at 3-0. About to multitask getting the scouting team sent for the SCSL. That's a tongue twister almost. SCSL. But yeah, hopefully my Ducks can do some work this year in real life and in the SCSL. Fantasy drafts are challenging because like they're long, and yeah, but at the same time they can be a little bit more rewarding, I feel like. But you'll get your board in after the stream. I mean, is Madden 20 winning by that much? Oh, scouting board for Husker. Oh, I'm smart. Bunch of young guys, that's still going to be easy. Finns literally have no talent. That's true. Or maybe you can just try to draft a bad team on purpose. Or trade all your good players for picks. Let's see if the vote has changed. I think Nick last said 6-5. Now it's 3-3. Oh, did he count people on the poll? Is Paris Campbell with a touchdown? Okay. We're now tied up. Okay, no, it is 6-4. Madden 19 is winning. It just says 3-3. I don't know why. So the Rams score a touchdown. That's a big score for them, giving them the momentum. And we need to see something from Buffalo's offense this drive. They were a yard short on the last drive. Rams fans know what that's like. Personally say stick with 19 so the teams that are building good teams can continue to do well instead of starting over. Yeah, I agree. I think that does make sense. I assume teams like the Rams and the Falcons, I mean AP did vote for Madden 20, but teams like the Rams who are in a really good situation right now, maybe Roberto's team isn't as good in Madden 20, so I'd see why someone like him would want to stick it out here in 19. 6-5 now. I did not think Madden 20 was going to get 5 votes, but I would still expect Madden 19 to win. What I think would happen, assuming we're continuing the OFL by start of Madden 21, maybe we switch then. As ASJ, nice gain of 11. BRB, okie dokie. Also gives a new chance to a lot of coaches whose team sucks. That's true. That is true. But Madden is unpredictable. So a team like the Bills, who we all thought was going to suck, don't suck so far. As AP continues to chant, when sucks, as Dorsett almost had it. Maybe if he was traded for 2 first-rounders, he would have held on to it. But only 1 first-rounder, and he had to drop it. If we can stop on 3rd downs, well, we will win. That's a good idea, but what I've noticed is, in the OFL, when we watch games, teams convert so easily on 3rd down, I feel like. Like 3rd and 4, 80% of the time they convert. So you guys have to get a few stops on 1st and 2nd down. And then 3rd down, hopefully you get another one. Can you answer your DM? Sure thing, Chief. As Adam Humphries does get the 1st down. I've gotten a few DMs about Russell Wilson. I've said I wanted a lot, and they're all scared because of it, which is weird. Your teams can make the playoffs at Madden 20. I mean, your real-life team will. Humphries is still good. I mean, he was good on that play. Humphries again. Did he hold it? He did not hold it, so maybe he's not too good. Now it's 7-5, Madden 19. As AJ Boye, is he pointing him back to the huddle? What? Dak Prescott on the block. I wonder who's choosing Dak over Russell Wilson, and even Alex Smith, who is superstar development trait, and Josh Allen, who's young. Maybe over Alex Smith. Alex Smith is old, but he is superstar. If anyone wants him, he's out there. Wentz on 2nd down, fakes the sack. Wentz is sacked by Solomon Thomas, however. Almost brought down by Hassan Reddick, but Thomas fakes the play. Now it's 3rd down and 17. Not too great. You really want Madden 20 to win. Interesting. I mean, you guys are 3-1 right now, but I don't know if y'all are built to contend this year. As Wentz will be sacked again, this time by OFL Bowl MVP Joey Bosa. Looks like the Bills are going to have to punt it away. If the Rams score a touchdown here, I think this game could get ugly, as that one was almost blocked. Brett Wing sort of bobbled it. 7-7 tie. I am really surprised by that. If I have not said that 10 times already, I'll say it again. I am shocked that Madden 20 is doing this well. Let's see who's voted for who. I'm curious. Let's see if there's any surprises. Rams have it here. Melvin Gordon. That might be his 1st carry of the game. Or 3rd. Alright, let's see who's voted for who. Alright, Nylon is voting for Madden 20. I mean, he's technically not a coach, but he can vote. Bills. I understand. AP, he said. RMP said. Ian, I sort of understand. His team isn't necessarily built for the long haul, and then same for Mr. Horowitz. And then Madden 19, Jose the Potato. I'm a little bit surprised because his team is probably the worst in the league. Browns, that makes sense. Lions, Ian voted for both. Okay. Husker is sort of new to his team, so I sort of understand it. Roberto and then DeMarcus, they have 2 of the better teams in the league, so that sort of makes sense. Alright, so nothing too surprising. Melvin Gordon. Games 1. Finish out the season and then switch. We're definitely finishing out the season. And then by the end of this year, that's right around when Madden 20 comes out. Most likely. I think the season might end maybe a week or 2 after. I know I'm away the week after Madden 20 comes out, so Hopefully I don't have to stream the OFL Bowl that week, or else it's going to be streamed later. Acuna with a 3-1 bomb to tie up the game in the 9th. Ronald Acuna was such a savage the other night. Bat flipping on Urania. That's karma. Also said we got to see gameplay in Madden 20, and it's changing a lot, like QB throwing animations. That's true, but I don't think that really makes or break this league. I feel like the league is more about team building rather than gameplay, but that's just me. Both because you made the poll and you don't care. I'm probably not going to vote for both because I don't really have a preference. Madden 20 is winning now. That is surprising, but it's still 7-6. There are still a number of coaches who have not voted yet. And we'll keep this vote up running for a while. We're not going to officially announce a decision unless it's a blowout, which it's not. Tie again. If a vote says close, stays close, I'll probably have votes about what we do if we switch to Madden 20. Like, if we do a fantasy draft or not and stuff, but we're not going to do that now. But just remember, the rosters will not move from Madden 19 to Madden 20. That's too much work for me. I'm not about that life, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not that dedicated. As we've hit the 2-minute warning, Rams are looking good, 7-3, and they get the ball in the second half. The octagonal golden rule. As it's a fumble, Brunskill loses it, picked up by Carl Bradford, who forced it. This game has just been turned upside down, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. It really looked good for the Rams. They pass it to, I think, probably one of their offensive linemen, and the Bills get the football. This is anyone's game now. This is anyone's game. Here comes back out Carson Wentz. Played better than he did against the Rams with the Falcons, so there's that. As Bills have it at the 47 now. 1:56 left to go. Can they take the lead before the end of the half? And we have an early jump. It looks like someone on both teams jumped, so I couldn't really tell. Welcome back, RMP. The Bills just got the football after a turnover, so this game is upside down. It is a new era for the Bills. It would be a little bit funnier if the Bills were home, but it's still pretty funny. I guess it was a false start on Buffalo. Just made the pros thing for the polls. Like a pros and cons? Is that what you're saying? That's honestly a good idea. So, much appreciation there. Yeah. Pretty sure there are others, but your mind is blank. I'd say the roster is the main reason why people would want to stay. Get deeper into league years, I guess that's true, because Season 1 was slow. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good list. Alright, I just DM'd an offer for Russell Wilson to Mr. Bill Meyer. Hopefully it's accepted. Braves take the lead in the 10th now. Base is jacked. Without cons. I mean, those are the pros for the other one is basically cons. So there you go. Isaiah's hit hard. Very nice drive so far. Will we get to be the same teams as we are now, or pick different teams? You can definitely pick different teams if you want. I'm considering everyone has to pick a different team. I don't know, maybe. But definitely you don't have to stick with the same team. Ronald Acuna, the base is loaded. Uh-oh. You'd like to switch? Gonna go for a second. Gotta watch the end of the Indians game. I predicted the Indians choke. I'm not a Braves fan, but Ronald Acuna is such a fun player. Give you Brock Osweiler for your whole team. I would do that, but the trade would be vetoed because I'd be finessing you too bad. So, unfortunately, that's a no. But Ronald Acuna might be my favorite non-Tiger. That guy's just so much fun to watch. Such a fun player. Sucks he signed a large extension though, but he wouldn't have been a free agent for a while. Welcome to the stream, Colin. Your team won. Jared Oof, excuse me, for 4 interceptions against you guys. Brock Osweiler is definitely the GOAT, no doubt about it. Well, Wes Lund and Nathan Peterman are S tier. Brock Osweiler is A tier. There you go. I definitely want to make an OFL quarterback tier video. I definitely want to do that. I'm just going to have to find an... I mean, I can make my own tier list, so I can put Wes Sloan on. There we go. Boom. You sent me a counteroffer? I figured you wouldn't accept. You boys see the Vandy picture of the first no, and the Supers? I assume you mean the... Is Super a nickname for the College World Series? I don't know. But that's pretty impressive. Good for him. I did not know that they did that because I don't follow college baseball. But that's pretty impressive. Alright, what is this counteroffer? 2 firsts and $20 million. That's actually not a bad offer. Huh. I sort of want a player. I know it's going to be hard to pry away Slay, but that would be a big pickup for us. We could use a corner. Jair Alexander and Denzel Ward, while they're great in real life, are sort of wild cards, I would say, compared to the rest of the team. You would just suffer as a Texans fan with Osweiler. I mean, now you got Watson, so that's better. Marlins pitcher almost hit Acuna. Shocker. Super regionals, okay. 2 favorite non-Hornets players are Siakam and Kawhi. They're 2 fun guys, no doubt. I mean, what about Boban, though? He had 2,000 passing yards that year. Poor guy. Don't follow college baseball until the tourney. Too close. Follow Nebraska baseball all year, but don't get super invested until postseason time. That is if you guys make it. Oof. 1 yard short. The other we were just stupid. Huh. I mean, I think going for the field goals makes sense. Against this Rams team, you can't risk it too bad. Boban is for real good. Why did we have to trade him? And Tobias, and basically Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Imagine if we had Shai at point guard. That would be sick. Shai Gilgeous is honestly going to be a beast. We'll be so much better if we did not do that deal. Big stop for the Bills. They have all 3 timeouts. They can score. You say beat UConn once and didn't go 0-2 like a certain other Big Ten team. Is that a shot? Is this the first or second game? This is the second game. The first game was your game, and y'all only won by 8, but it felt like more than 8. As Carlos Hyde loses 2. That'll pretty much end the half.
Stuck on me.
I told Cuddle she could say hi, and you said that?
I don't know where the poop went.
I'm very sorry, everyone.
What are you about?
Is that a shot at Illinois or Iowa? Probably Iowa. You lost to Jacksonville State? That's tough. Your favorite non-Knicks, D'Angelo Russell and Kevin Durant. Why am I not surprised by that? Why am I not surprised by that one bit? He likes the snake because he thinks the snake is coming. That's the only reason why. Kill you? That's fine. Oh, who said Boban sucks? Oh, that's Cinny. Considering Cinny said it, that means Boban does not suck. Illinois, Iowa's too bad they couldn't even make it. I guess that's true. Okay, so there's 0 seconds left. The Bills get to run another play. Madden in a nutshell. Hail Mary is incomplete. So Carson Wentz will have 1 extra incompletion this year. And because of that, he's not going to win MVP. Lake Jackson is on the mound in the 10th. Who names their kid Lake? I mean, I totally didn't name a series Lake, but are going to the Knicks. Kyrie is not going to the Knicks. KD, I have a feeling, will. But at the same time, it's the Knicks. So chances are they'll get, like, nobody. And Kemba, I just can't see Kemba leaving. Kemba's not that guy. He's not leaving. The Hornets need him, or else they are screwed. Carson goes and Wentz. Even if they do, they'll still suck because James Dolan ruins everything he touches. That is true. That is true. I saw something that said James Dolan should sell the team if they don't get Kevin Durant. He should just sell the team anyway. He's awful. Who would let that man own a franchise? You love Kemba? Well, I love Frank Mason, because Frank Mason is better. So is Devontae Graham. So you guys might be better if Kemba leaves, because Devontae Graham will get his chance to shine. Devontae Graham will be better than Kemba Walker. You heard it here first, kids. And then I don't even have to mention how good Spy Mikhailuk is. Don't let you drink bleach. Kemba said his top priority was Charlotte. Okay, so maybe move Kemba to the 2 and have Devontae at point. Because Devontae's a freaking legend. You like the Pacers? That's a fun team to like. Better than my team. You guys are lucky you got Devontae, but we have Spy, so Frank Mason is S tier. Devontae and Spy are S minus. I'm not putting them in A. They're too good. You've been saying if Kemba comes to the Pacers, you're a contender? Absolutely. I feel like with Kemba and Oladipo in the backfield, in the backcourt, that's pretty scary. Just like that Melvin Gordon's getting killed. You like Devontae? Who doesn't like Devontae? Oh wait, Duke fans, because they're salty that Grayson Allen's shot rimmed out. Favorite play in sports history without a doubt. The Chris Davis play was fun, but that's before Kerryon. The Grayson Allen shot is my favorite sports play in all time without a doubt. As Jamison Crowder, nice gain of 5. I know AP likes that. Can someone tell you what S means? Probably superstars. And Kansas State fans, that's true. They probably don't really like them. But they're worse than us. They're our stepsister. Is Dean Wade a senior? I sure hope he is. Pretty sure he was. What about the deal I just sent you? Let's see here. Two first-round picks, 20 mil, and Byron Murphy. If you don't veto your deal with Jared Goff. I was sort of kidding about that. I'm not going to veto it. 2 firsts and Byron Murphy. You have a deal, kid. Russell Wilson is now a Detroit Lion, as that throw is way off. So, alright, so Russ is gone. So Byron Murphy is back where he started. We drafted him. Then he went to the Broncos of the Odell deal, then the Lions, and then back here. And we don't really need Byron Murphy, but having 4 corners is cool. So we basically traded Dwayne Haskins for a first-round pick, $20 million, and Byron Murphy. I don't know how to feel about that at all. I don't know how to feel about that. Luke Jackson strikes out Castro out number 1. Tom Brady's ball. Tom Brady can suck a nut. Favorite sports plays was the D. Will shot, of course. And Chris Jenkins shot. That's a fun one. That is a fun one. Of course, Villanova's going to lose again to us this year. Who knows? Could vlog that if I go. But that was a fun play without a doubt. Never been huge in the NBA, but you rooted for the Spurs when they had Timmy and Manu. Who could dislike the Spurs, honestly? Now you like them? Do you have your player? I'm confused. And? Well, I'm probably going to use the 2020 draft class, because that was what the majority wanted. I will probably try to figure out a way of adding him, so we'll see. Deshaun is MVP. I picked Deshaun to win MVP last year. It didn't really work out for me. But I guess on the bright side, a different 2017 draft quarterback who was traded up for won MVP. I mean, so was Mitch Trubisky, but yeah, good for him. He got traded up for. Whoop-de-doo. He's going to lose 2 games this year to the Lions. You have so much respect for Drake Popovich. Who doesn't respect that man? He's one of the greatest to ever do it. Never forget Manu Bat Assassin Ginobili. He just yeeted that bat. Always the 3rd down. They could score. They're up to 27. Nice little drive for them so far. As Lamar Jackson. He finds Dallas Goedert, who's awfully close. Mitchell Trubisky. I hope you're right, but last year, going into the season, I thought Mitchell Trubisky was going to be a bust. This year, I feel like he's so underrated. He had a good year last year. As much as I hate to say it, he was good last year. People say he's an average to below average quarterback. I think he's about as good as Matthew Stafford is. I think we're on that same level. I think Kirk Cousins is a tad bit below them, and then Aaron Rodgers, does not matter how good he is a toxic leader, and that's all that matters. You forgot about that? Tony Parker can be Devontae's mentor. Not Kemba's, Devontae's. Kemba can mentor Devontae too, I don't care. But Devontae doesn't really need a mentor, because he's already a freaking beast. He's scored in 1 yard closer. Bills winning the time of possession game. Rams have had the ball for like 5 minutes here on this drive. And the Bills still have more time with it. That's sort of weird, is Lamar Jackson. Wide open man, Evan Ingram, touchdown, Rams. They are now up by 8 points, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left. Madden 20 is somehow winning. When you did a Bears franchise, his passes were cancer. I wish it was the same in real life, but unfortunately they're not. Game is tied. Oh, the Braves choked. Oof. If you guys lose to the Marlins, you're as bad as us, because we lost to them too earlier in the month. Yeah, you guys are definitely still in it. You're technically only down by 1 possession, but with your coach's hairline, it feels more like 4 possessions. As Julian Love gets it at the back of the end, or the front of the end zone. Mitchell Trubisky was cancer in your series. Didn't you like give up on him too early and then rip to that? I don't get why everyone hates Mitchell Trubisky so much. I mean, in Madden, I get it, but at least they're worse. At least they're better than the Mets who got swept by Miami. That's true. That's sort of sad. That Mets team is a mess. I would rather be a Tigers fan than a Mets fan. There are actually a bunch of teams who I'd rather be a Tigers fan than, just because of Casey Mize. That is the sole reason. Headed into the 10th in the Indians game, they have not choked yet. Madden 19 is strange. Madden 19 is a very strange game. What did you miss? Rams are now winning. I guess that's all you missed. You need to upload the EMU bowl game and the Lion playoff run. So EMU and Lions are not dead yet. Marlins have actually started to play a tiny bit better. That's true, but they're still the Marlins, so just thinking and typing, no problemo. Who doesn't love a good think and type? Bobby Bonilla Day should be a national holiday. I absolutely agree with that. It really should. That man is, how long is he being paid for? Another like 20 years? That should be a national holiday. No doubt about it. July 1st. That's actually coming up, boys. I'm uploading a Mets rebuild on that day without a doubt. Mets rebuild on that day. Oh, does anyone know today's date written out in a number form? I should upload a special video for that. See, Ian, thanks for coming to the stream. Did a Browns rebuild. Mayfield won MVP in his second year, and he threw 15 interceptions and didn't make the playoffs. That's like Giancarlo winning MVP. I thought he deserved it that year, but his team sucked. Bottom of the 9th, soon to be 10th, I guess. Third down. And the Bills said they wanted to capitalize on third down, so can they do it? They're just going to run the ball with Carlos Hyde, and that ain't it, Chief. Have Bobby Bonilla as a 99, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You went 8-8. Don't see many teams, quarterbacks win an MVP at 8-8. Which is why Matthew Stafford doesn't, even though he might be the most valuable, because we would suck without him. Not saying we should build around him, but we sort of suck without him. Why can't you convert on third down? I guess you guys are just unlucky. I guess you guys are better than in the sim, or the Rams are just too good. I mean, I said if this game was a blowout, the Bills were a fluke, and if it's close, they're not. This isn't really a blowout or a close game at this point. We'll see if that changes. We got a flag. Rutrow, it's going to be a holding on the offense. I thought it was a late flag, but I guess not. Forrest Lamp with the penalty. Have you ever seen a lamp in a forest, kids? Press 1 in the chat if you have. First and 17. Don't get to see that every day, do you? Melvin Gordon gets for Rock. He finds a hole. Okay. Watson was more reasonable in his third year. He won the Super Bowl. 5,000 yards, 56 touchdowns. Dear goodness. That's scary. That is scary. If Deshaun Watson can get more consistent, he's going to be frightening.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
2nd and 10 here for the Rams. As Lamar Jackson, he's under pressure, almost sacked. He finds Evan Ingram, and the chains will move again. This is starting to get ugly for the Bills as they are sort of falling apart. Not that they really had this game at any point. Always passed deep to Hopkins, and he always caught it. They need someone else other than Hopkins to actually step up a receiver. I mean, Keke Kute showed a ton of potential last year, but that's a one-man rodeo receiver. Credit to Hopkins. He's done so well with Brock Osweiler and our new backup quarterback, Tom Savage. Sorry about that, everyone. My controller died. Luckily, I have a spare. As what happened? Rams gained like 14. Julio better than Hopkins. I never knew that there was so much crack being sold in the Atlanta area. Huh. This game is the definition of oof, without a doubt. Phil Hopkins highlights of Texans, and it was just Hopkins catching the ball. There you go. Luke Jackson gets out number 2. When did he get out number 1? Like 20 minutes ago? Hopkins is the best receiver in the NFL by a mile. Julio, AB is 2. And then I would say it's sort of a three-way tie for 3 between Julio, Odell, and Michael Thomas. And then after that, you got like Keenan Allen and Adam Thielen. And just for the memes, Kenny Galladay. Because why not? But Hopkins is better than Julio. Julio's great and all, but Hopkins is better. Julio cannot find the end zone to save his life. And when he does, we can pull up that clip against the Panthers, drops the ball. That man cannot find the end zone. And you need to score touchdowns to win this game, not catch for over 15,000 yards. They're 1,500, not thousands. If he went for 15,000, then maybe he'd be better than Hopkins. Julio is way better than AB. AB has been so consistently good. He gets consistently 100 catches a year, 1,500 yards a year, and he just does it with ease. AB is toxic. Julio is not, but talent-wise, I would easily choose Julio to trade for if I were to choose one, but the better player is Antonio Brown. And he is awfully close to Hopkins, but I think Hopkins is barely better. 250 yards 3 times, that's in one game. I feel like having one great game really does not matter. Like, whoop-de-doo, he's played great before. He's had better career games than Hopkins and Brown, but that's games, not seasons or careers. But we can all agree that Calvin is better than all of them. Even though he's being petty right now, he's better. Brown does it for the money. That's not totally off, but he's still a dang good player, even if that's true. Maybe he just does it just because he likes to serve a pot. Second most yards in the season all time, who's first? But AB is probably, like, if you have the top 15, AB's probably in there like 6 times. Julio may be in there like twice. Yankees score in the top of the 10, so the Indians did choke. Luke Jackson gets out number 3. Did the Braves win? Probably not. I think he had a Hall of Fame worthy career, but he's your favorite player. Biased. Who? Julio? I mean, you're a Panthers fan. Oh, Steve Smith? Is Steve Smith a Hall of Famer? Without a doubt. Steve Smith is easily a top 10 receiver of all time. Easily. We did play the Rams in the yellow-blue uniforms. Good. That doesn't really change much. You're waiting for the stream to end. Oh, Tree uploaded. Oh, I see why. Okay. Good reason. Good reason. I'm not going to argue that. I watched the Lakers video today. That was top-notch. I mean, you could have just a 2-hour video about the Lakers,
39, green 39.
and it'd be hilarious. Who do you guys think had a better career? Huskers' favorite player of all time or my favorite player of all time? Steve Smith or Calvin? I'm obviously going to say Calvin. I assume Huskers going to say Steve Smith. But who do you all think had a better career? Steve Smith did it longer. His career numbers are probably better. But Calvin was the more overall dominant player, and in my opinion, the overall better player. He was more unstoppable. Steve Smith was like 5'9". Calvin could just boss like 7 people, but Lonzo traded for Bradley Beal. That didn't happen in real life, did it?
Here we go. 319.
Cause that's a weird trade. Honestly, that's sort of a nice deal for Washington. Just because I think Lonzo has a ton of potential. But did that actually just happen? If it did, I'm excited to see Troy Dan's reaction. There's nothing on the internet about it. Are you saying that Lonzo should get traded for Bradley Beal? As the Rams score a touchdown, I wasn't even paying attention. Do y'all think we sim from here? Steve, Megatron. Let me know if you win. Alright, that's fine. He actually did get traded? Say what? I don't like that for LA. They need money. They need a max cap spot. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they wait? And then the Wizards, I mean, they have John Wall. But did this actually just happen? There's nothing about it on the internet. But there are rumors that it could happen. Woj has not said anything, so you're not buying it? Alright, looks like we're simming. Yeah, we need official news from Woj. There is nothing about it on the internet. Philip Dorsett, 10 yards. 10-yard run. I honestly want to see Lonzo stay on the Lakers. I don't know why. I want to see him succeed with the Lakers. As the Rams ended up winning 21-6. So it looks like we did not miss anything, unlike the last time we simmed. Which I guess is good. Alright, swapped out controllers because the controller I was using is not friendly. So, that's fun. Hopefully this one has enough battery. I think it should. Must be from Sports Stock Bailey. You want Troy Dan to not be mad? I don't know. I just feel bad if Lonzo got traded. Hope the Chiefs lose. I mean, considering they're a good team, I assume that would probably help y'all. If the Dolphins win, then that means you guys will be tied. The Bills will have a tiebreaker, but record-wise will be tied. Carson Wentz was unimpressive. Nice day from Lamar Jackson. Running the ball, Melvin Gordon had a nice day. Receiving, no standouts. Evan Engram was pretty good. Paris Campbell with a nice play. Forrest Lamp, Rainiel Poe, Matt Paradis allows sacks. Tackles, whoop-de-doo. Sacks, whoop-de-doo. And I don't think there are any picks, no. I feel like we've had like a record low amount of picks so far through the season. I don't know why. Carson goes and Wentz. You said that earlier, I didn't get it, now I get it. Now it makes sense. Now I get it, that's kind of funny. Depends on if you value longevity or total dominance. Steve Smith was better longer, but Megatron was unstoppable. Yeah, that's the thing. People think differently. Personally, I think dominance is more important. That's why I think Wilt Chamberlain is better than MJ. I think pure dominance determines if you're the greatest player of all time. You're playing the Bucks? You played the Bucks last week. We're playing the Bucks. Who are y'all playing? You are playing the Falcons. Okay, so yeah, that is an L. And you're an 86 to confirm. Guess we might as well upgrade while we're at it. Georgie B and DeMarco. Carson Wentz the bet in this game. I mean, he didn't throw any interceptions, so I guess there's that. Alright, come on. We can't lose this game. We can't start off 1-3, okay? 2-2, that's fine. The Bucks are a weird team. They were good with Alex Smith. We traded for him just so they wouldn't have him. We'll do the Russell Wilson and Jared Goff trade next week. Or Jared Oof, excuse me. Champ Britton did not start in our win, so we have not won with Champ Britton yet. So that's something to keep our eye on. Hopefully we win, though. Please win. We can't start off 1-3. Please. Please. Okay, we won. Sick. 35-21. That's cool. The Panthers won. Okay. So this division just got interesting. Hello, Dad. How you doing? No, we don't want to do league schedule. I want to do team by team. That will make it more suspenseful that way. Starting off with our game, we do get the win. 35-21. Nice fourth quarter, scoring 14 points. Champ Britton with a nice game. Will Greer wasn't too bad. Will Greer got sacked 6 times? Yes, he did. Good stuff. Nice game from Le'Veon. Nothing from Mr. Kerryon Johnson. You're not playing the Bucks. What are you thinking? You played the Bucks last week. Looks like no one did anything for us receiving wise. Hugh Jazz with a touchdown, but looks like we definitely. Wait, whoa! Did I just see what I think I just saw? Oh, hell yeah, boys! Kerryon with a touchdown. Yeah, Colicchio Assembly did not do good against us. Miles Jack with 10 tackles. Good stuff. Sacks. 2 for Donald. 1.5 for Garrett. 1 for Shaq Quarterman. 1 for Quinnen. Half a sack for Devin White. Good stuff. Madden 20 is winning. That's crazy. Still. Jair Alexander with a pick. We'll go this way. Redskins beat the Cowboys 26-24. Redskins are now 3-2. Cowboys dropped to 1-4. Doesn't look like they'll be returning to the playoffs this year. Cam Newton, solid day. Same cannot be said for Jimmy Garoppolo. He looked awful. Zeke with a nice game. You personally lean towards longevity. You'd rather have a guy that's great for 15 than a guy that will easily be the best but for only 7. I see why, but when I view the best player, personally, best means dominant, not long stretch. But everyone thinks differently, so. Nice game from Jake Pride. 4 for 102 and a score. Invisible coach. Can't really see him here, so I guess he's invisible. 2 sacks for Michael Pierce and Brian Burns. 1 for Gibson, Alexander, and Harold Landry. Interception for Mr. Xavier Rhodes. Ravens lose to the Raiders, so maybe Ryan Tannehill is not the OFL MVP up to this point. Looking at the stats. Solid game for Tannehill and Marcus Mariota. I think the Raiders are now 2-3. Marcus Mariota with a rushing touchdown. Super Bowl MVP Devontae Parker with a score. There's TJ Hawkinson up there. 3 sacks allowed by Taylor Decker. Wow, feels bad, man. 2 by Brooks Reed. 1 by Ndamukong Suh. Or Ndamukong, excuse me. Husker and I know him all too well. For a team building perspective, as far as if that's what makes someone the best player, that's another discussion. Yeah, we all think differently. And that's A-okay, Chief. Patriots lose to the Dolphins 23-25, so the Patriots are now 1-4. It looks like they won't be back in the playoffs. And the OAFC East just got interesting. Dolphins and Bills both 4-1. As Cam Britton did not have a good game. Tyree Jackson wasn't bad. Josh Jacobs, 4 yards per carry. Okay. Ito Smith with a nice game. Marlon Mack as well. That might be a record yards per carry for Josh Jacobs. what a year for the Patriots. Definitely not ideal. They've won this division both seasons. Doesn't look like they'll do it again. 2 picks for Bernardrick McKinney, though. Do I watch soccer? The only thing I know about soccer is that Messi's really good and Ronaldo's not a good person. Other than that. Wow. Panthers destroy the Falcons. 38-17. Panthers are now 2-2-1. Falcons are now 3-2. As Eric Dungy, I thought it was the OFL MVP, AP. What's this? Wes Lunt is better than Eric Dungy, confirmed. Dominant day for Wes Lunt. I don't like to be biased towards other teams, but Wes Lunt for OFL MVP. But watching soccer is slightly better than watching paint dry. I would probably go with paint dry, but it's close. What's the NFC North? You guys are 3-2. Packers are 3-1-1. And then the Vikings and Bears are definitely worse than both of you. We don't know how they did quite yet. Where's Ayo? 3 catches for a quality 47 yards for Ayo Ayuluko. Looks like your offensive line wasn't too great, though. So Wes Lunt dominated despite all that pressure at him, getting sacked 6 times. I'm surprised they weren't all by Quantavious October. That is absolutely confirmed. What about the KFC West? KFC West, that's funny. I think AP left, so we'll just have to ping him all on the Discord saying that Eric Dungy sucks. Oh, Nick, he won! So the Cardinals are no longer winless, 21-24. Scooter with a touchdown. Good for Scooter. Scooter Savage. Drew Lock, I thought he was the LVP. Nick, what happened to that? Nice game for Matthew Stafford, though. 2 touchdowns, 80% completion. The hamburger, solid day. I mean, you guys are still technically tied for the worst record in the league. Jets are now 1-3 too. Dalton Risner was not too good. 2 sacks for Nick Bosa. Okay. Okay. How about the interceptions? 1 for Jalen Smith. Father John coming back indeed works. Jaguars lose to the Titans. Okay, so the Jaguars are no longer winless. 24-17. Titans are now 3-2. I told y'all not to sleep on the Titans. Nick Smith, solid day. Derek Carr, same. Cannot be said. Running the ball, no standouts. Daniel Jones will be the MVP, no doubt. I mean, his team in the OFL is sort of undefeated. We don't know how they did this week. AJ Jackson with a good game. Okay, AJ. 3 sacks allowed by Caleb McGarry. RMP and AP are probably thrilled about that. I saw Chris Lindstrom allow 2 for the Dolphins as well. So, good for you. No sacks for either team. Nope, I'm blind. Rashawn Evans with 2.5. Former Saint. 1 for Dante Fowler and Rashad Jones. Have a sack for a number of guys. Bunch of interceptions. 2 for my man Keanu. And 1 for a few others, including Mr. Pass Interference himself. Giants lose to the Browns. Browns only win by 3. Cleveland is now 3-2. Giants go down to 2-3. Brad Kaya's solid day. Sam Bradford played instead of Sam Darnold. Maybe Darnold got hurt. Not much running or receiving. So it looks like a close but yet unexciting game at the same time. This is the weirdest type of game. It's close, but like it's not interesting. It's not super defensive oriented. It's not offensive oriented. Huh. Browns now 3-2. Niners get killed by the Vikings. What a strange year it's been for the Niners. They're beating good teams and losing to bad teams. Niners now 3-2. Vikings have either 2 or 3 wins now. Jordan Howard with a nice game on the ground. Chase Claypool with a 76-yard score. Sack for a few guys. Interception for the newest Detroit Lion, Justin Coleman. Okay, I see you. We saw that score. Eagles lose to the Steelers, so the Steelers are still contending. They have not gone anywhere. I think they're 4-1 now. Aaron Rodgers, not even 200 yards, but the toxic leader does throw 4 scores. Come on, 49ers. You have Deshaun Watson. You should be winning. Vikings aren't even that great of a team, but it's Madden, so anything's possible. Alan Hearns, 2 touchdowns. Oh, I thought his last name said something else. Sacks, 1 for William Golston, Daniil Hunter. Have a sack for those 2. Interceptions, 1 for Josh Jackson. But Josh Jackson that RMP and Husker don't like, not the one that I do like, kind of. Colts lose to the Chargers 21-28. They're now 3-2. Colts looks like legit contenders. 3-2, not as much. Jack Jackson still played pretty well, though. Not too bad for Matt Ryan. He did throw 2 picks. Running the ball. Not much. Nate Sudfeld with a touchdown. Stud the stud, sorry. You like the Colts? That's cool. Andrew Luck got lucky to win. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So, Colts sort of played better in that game, but I guess the Chargers get the win. Chiefs lose to the Broncos, so that means there are officially no undefeated teams left. How did DeMarcus Rice do? Holy cow! I have a feeling he's going to be starting in Denver next week. Dear goodness. Jared Goff with 4 interceptions this week. DeMarcus Rice with 4 touchdowns. Not a great game for Daniel Jones. Well then. That's something. Spurlock with a touchdown along with Michael Thomas. How about DeMarcus Rice? Wow. If Lance seriously chooses Jared Goff over him, then I don't know what to say. That would be sad. Have we seen all the box scores? I think we might have. I don't think we've seen the Bears one. Who do they play? Oh, bye week. We have not seen Seattle's or Houston's. Do they have bye weeks? Alright, they have bye weeks. Join if you have not already. Yes, indeed. If we do Madden 20, you call dibs on the Colts. We're not calling dibs on anyone just yet. We're not doing that yet. Here's week 6 games, by the way. Got a CPU versus CPU game. We're playing the Panthers. Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't mind watching that. Alright, so here's week 6. We can check standings and then end it. If you don't subscribe, I will oof your mom. That's a great idea. I will comment that at the end of every video. Not the Steelers. Steelers are 4-1. So are the Bills and the Dolphins. So this looks like a 3-headed monster. Jaguars are solid. Chiefs. Oh, Chiefs lost already? Oh, I thought they were undefeated. I guess. Oh yeah, they lost to the Falcons. That's right. I'm smart. Patriots bringing up the rear. What's up, Kaz? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Don't make the poll. Thank you, Sir Nick. Packers have the best record in the NFC, and then after that, the Eagles are the number 2 seed at 3-2. So this looks like this conference is going to be a dogfight. This conference should be exciting. Many teams at 3-2. Colin Mentor and the Packers just a slight bit ahead. Cowboys bringing up the rear. They're your Cardinals. So I think that'll end the stream, everyone. I don't think we have to do... Oh, I want to make those trades. We might as well do it now. 561 first comment. That's quite the accomplishment. So Russell Wilson for 2 firsts and Byron Murphy. Pretty darn good deal for us, I'd say. Oh, they don't have 2 firsts. Oh, they don't even have a first this year. Oh, I don't want to do this trade. They don't have a first this year. That's a gnaw for me, Chief. Sorry, Ian, but I need a first rounder this year. So, I'll probably upload a roster video this week. I think that might be a good idea. Alright, Broncos trade Jameis Winston and a first from Carolina. That's probably right at the middle. 14, I'd assume. And then $13 million. Alright. But I ain't doing that Russell Wilson trade if I don't get a first rounder this year. Alright, so I think that'll do it, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Good hour 45. Panthers, since the coaching change, are 2-0-1. That's pretty impressive. But once again, hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already. Week 6 will be Wednesday, I guess, in that range. Dallas Cowgirls are definitely the girls, not the boys. And to finish off the stream, as the great The Beast says, if you don't subscribe, I will oof your mum.